going to be found out today, and we have the judges sitting with us to go and explain their decisions as well. So if you guys have questions, you can write it up into the actual chat below. So make sure you like this video, share it around, because we're about to go and find out who's going on to make it to the top 4. Ladies and gentlemen, right here live, once again, Swissbeatbox SBX Kickback Battle Quarterfinals live stream. Let's go. Time to go introduce our esteemed judging panel. By the way, it's your boy Scott Jackson. Boom! But we're going to be going and get our judging panel once again from across the world. We have some of the finest beatboxers, and they are personal friends. I'm excited to go introduce them. We're going to start off with a gentleman who's won the Grand Beatbox Battle, a gentleman who's won United States Championships multiple times, came second in the world. He's just an amazing gentleman. He's got a lot of new music too. Check out his YouTube channel. And I'll say this as a general note, check out everybody's YouTube channel. Check out everybody's music. Everyone's doing big things. But ladies and gentlemen, hailing from United States, give it up for Napalm. How you doing, Neil? How you doing, man?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Excited to talk about the battles. These battles were crazy. Let's get into it. Kickback 2021.
Napalm. Next up, we're heading over and introducing French champion multiple times. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your champion of the world, Alexinho.
Yo.
Bonsoir, how you doing?
Bonsoir. Good. Very good. A little bit sick, but I'm good. I'm excited to see the results and to talk about this crazy battles. Oh my God. Yeah.
All the rounds, such high level. I'm assuming that you guys had a hard time judging this. I would not want to be in your shoes for that, but it's a big responsibility, and that's why we have the best in the world doing it. So once again, Alexinho. Finishing off our esteemed judging panel, we go to Down Under. Also, a champion of the world from the original world champs. Gentlemen, he just got himself his thumbprints out on vinyl. Make sure that you go and check that out and grab that, because I know that you want to go and get a physical copy of that. Give it up to the one, the only, Mr. Tom Thumb. What up, brother?
Chilling, brother. Chilling. Looking forward to it, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see what people think of how we roll with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a cool. I love this concept of being able to do a live stream where we can actually have the fans interact and get to go and see it live and get to go and see it and maybe talk to you and ask some questions. So I'm excited for the people to have that opportunity, as well as our participants to have the opportunity to go and check out and see what you guys were thinking in your judgments. So it's a really cool concept, and we're happy to have you on our judging panel.
Cheers, my man.
Yeah, but that's our esteemed judging panel. Once again, we got Napalm, we got Alexinho, we got Tom Thumb. Give it up one more time for our judges. Boom! Next up, I'd like to go and throw it to our good friends who are sitting with Napalm, because they're doing some super secret projects whilst they're in Spain. Everything's been well done, physically distanced and all that stuff as well. But ladies and gentlemen, introducing first the head of sound, a guy who's been behind all the sound and the jingle that you can hear right now. You can hear the jingle in your ears. This is the one, the only. Make some noise for the Kiwi man himself. Give it up for Sinjo.
Yo, what's going on? Thanks for that intro, Scott. It's good to be here again.
Once again,
Yes,
Sinjo,
sir.
I know you've been putting in tons of work as well. Everybody around the world should be going and appreciating the amount of work that this project's taken, for everybody behind the scenes, everybody that's putting this together, and you've been dealing with all this sound. So big ups to you for doing that and bringing us the highest quality possible once again.
Thank you so much, Scott. Pleasure.
Also sitting to, I believe, his left and my right, if you're looking at the screen, we have the top man, everybody's friend. Give it up for the one, the only, Pony.
What up, friends? So nice to be with you guys. Thank you so much for just being around. I really appreciate you all. Much love to
Excited
you,
to have
Scott.
you on, brother. Yeah. So those are once again production team that are sitting live and direct in Spain. And yeah, it looks like we got a good amount of people watching. So I'm excited to go and have these people here. But let's keep this up. we're going to go introduce to you now all of our competitors, and in no particular order, I'm just going to go introduce everybody that I see on screen. So first and foremost, I'm going to go introduce to you Spanish champ, multiple times, the man who ranked first overall. He's coming for that heat. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Zeka.
¿Qué pasa, cabrones?
Coming at you. Let's go. I'm excited to go and see you had a great battle with the next person I'm going to introduce, and we'll be finding out today who actually is moving on in this competition. Next up, representing for India, give it up for Dylan.
Ish.
Ish. Ish. Ish. Ish.
Ish.
Ish. We got that sweet echo thing going on. But once again, Dillip right there is live and coming at you. Mr. Dillip, thank you for joining us. Moving on with the next battle. A guy that's been putting out great rounds. I really enjoyed his rounds and enjoy his music. Give it up, the one, the only UK champ. Give it up for Mr. D-Lo.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on, Dan? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm chilling, doing good.
You excited to go and find out who won the battles?
Yeah, gonna be sick.
Yeah. Wow. All right. And next up is he faced off against, it's funny because we had the Grand Beatbox Battle champion in the solo division versus the Grand Beatbox champion in the loop station division. And if you guys watched those battles, it was crazy. They brought in that intricacy, that battle round, and brought in the actual thing. I was scared for your loop station when you dropped it, but you said there was a sofa underneath it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Rivmind.
Hi, everybody.
How are you doing, man? You good?
Very good, and you?
I'm excited. I get to see all my friends. We're here live on Swissbeatbox. Nothing better than that. So, yeah, we'll be finding out who won that battle. Next up, we're going to be having a battle for round number... This is the third round where they went against each other. I'm excited to go and see who won this battle. It's very interesting. But first of all, I'd like to go and big shout-outs to the man. He's the vice champion of the world. He's repping for the Netherlands. Give it up for Beard. Come on. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Very well, excited. And you went up against my nephew, the gentleman from Canada, two-time himself. Give it up for Elise.
Yo,
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Just chilling. What about you?
Just chilling. I'm excited. I got my morning coffee into me, and you know, caffeine's can't spell caffeine. Sometimes before you have it, you have to drink some coffee before you get up and excited. So we got my friend Elise right there. Come on. You thought I was going to stumble into some weird trap. No, Tommy T, we're with you. Next up is the last battle of the top 8. We have representing, he just won the Brazilian champs and online last year. He's been crushing it on the online scene and putting out great music. Give it up for Brazil's own Dudes.
Yo.
How you doing, brother? You are good.
I'm great, bro. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm excited because you guys had a heated exchange back and forth in your battle. Everyone loved it. We got a little bit of that energy up. And the man that was spitting some of that back and forth was the one, the only, two-time Midwest champ, two-time Great North champ. Give it up for Villain.
What up, everybody? Wow! Thanks for having me.
Once again, Villain's here. We have our judges. We have ourselves, our competitors. We have our friends that are sitting here as well in the production team. And big shout outs to everybody else involved on Swissbeatbox, from the media team, everybody that's been involved with this. Ilya Heidful for running the stream. We got Luca there as well. Everybody that's doing all the behind scenes stuff and pushing this. Thank you very much. And today we'll be finding out who's going to be moving on. Once again, we had 8 competitors. And now we're going to be moving on to the top 4. So during this stream, we're going to be watching the videos together, the full battles, and yeah, we'll be going and getting the judges' decisions. If you guys have questions, make sure that you guys write it below, and we'll be seeing who has the best questions getting picked out. I believe our good friend Jack's going to be on that as well to go and find out who is going to be questions we're going to be asking not only to the judges but competitors. So if you guys have questions, comments, or any of the assorted, we're going to be going and putting those through as well. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time. I'm excited. I'm real excited. Wow! Come on. Yeah, we're going to start off. I'm going to read to you real quick just because this is a new judging system that we're going to be try to be really transparent and direct on. So I'm going to read you out real quick what the judging system was that we used for these battles. Once again, the judges were looking for these things equaling up to 100 points with an extra bonus at the end, but I'll explain that in a second. We had the category called fundamentals. This was described as how solid your beatbox fundamentals are, how clean your individual sounds are, and how consistent they are throughout the performance. Next up for 10 points was timing/tempo, which is how accurate and in time the tempo is throughout the routine. Brackets, beats per minute. For 10 points next, we have technicality, which is described in this contest as the use and proficiency of technical beatboxing techniques and routines, such as combining complex beatbox sound into difficult to perform patterns. After that, musicality, which again, all these are specifically being described and designated for this battle, but musicality for 10 points was described in this battle's judging criteria as how much and how well you use musical ideas, notes, melodies, etc., and how accurate those musical ideas are, i.e., are your notes in key? Do you throw off your key? Are you going way out of key? Or can you keep the key in key, rather? Next up, we had showmanship, which I thought a few of the battles did very well. And we have showmanship brought to you with 10 points and described as how good the artists are at performing and being an entertainer. For online battles, this translates to the general confidence in front of a camera and on the microphone. Next up, which was a huge category, is originality, because everybody out there, you should be striving for your own original sound and making sure that you do your best to go and be yourself. You don't have to go and copy anybody else, but originality was going put in as described for 20 points. How original the routine is. Example, if the beatboxer has an original song or routine, or if it's cover, if it's a cover or someone's biting something. So if I hear If Your Mother Only Knew, unless it's done in a totally different spectrum and brought to yourself, it might be frowned upon in the originality category. This can be expanded as well as how well you can go and make a cover your own and how well you can go and own that sound, just kind of like I described there. So next up as well, we also have how original your beat pattern is. So are you doing the wind technique, but you're not doing anything different? You're just going to be copying someone like Kenny Mohammed? Well, maybe that needs to be looked at thoroughly to originality. Going on, we have battle style next, which was put in for 10 points, which is how well you interact and battle your opponent, such as making references to some of their styles or routine or specifically challenging them with your own routines in some way. And you could see that going back and forth, which I loved in some of these battles where someone would call an answer because they had the opportunity to do it in their second round or fourth round or third round. So being first always takes out that eliminates that option for you to go and counter, but I saw a lot of great counters in these battles, which you'll be seeing momentarily. Next up, we had repetition. That's pretty basic, worth 10 points of how repetitive the artist sounds, rounds or routines are, and how often they're reusing similar techniques, beat patterns, or routines throughout their rounds. So essentially, if you hear something that round 1 and round 3 sounds the exact same, they might have lost points in this category. Last up, it was given to the judges to be given a bonus points. So in this section was left to the judges' discretion. Once again, top level judges, if they felt like something in this category that was not listed above for the 100 points was missed out and they wanted to give more points, it was up to their discretion to go and add points at the end to decide who the winner was. So the judges' scorecards will be put up, and it's just going to be the final numbers of their overall score, which they gave to each round. So people can see it and see the transparency, because we're trying to make this that people understand, especially not only the viewers, but the competitors, myself included. I'm very interested to go and see how this was judged. So that is what we're going to be looking for. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far, because we got all this, some of the best beatbox in the world, but I'm getting interrupted by, I believe, Sinjo. So Sinjo, what?
Sorry, mate. You're like a train. Sometimes it's hard to get an edgewise. I love it. You're a machine. Our good friend Papuni here wanted to have a quick word.
If you guys don't mind, before we kick it all off and we just jump into it, I want to say first, hello everyone from the live stream. Thank you so much to everyone who froze in the donations and the memberships. I just want to let you know, if we surpass 100 members, I'm going to beatbox for everyone, so big ups to you. And before we also really kick it off, I want to give a huge shout out to the participants that were here with us in this incredible process. It's like a new format that we're testing out, and I'm just turning into this appreciative monster. Just want to say thank you so much for investing so much time and energy to just increase your creativity and smash it out with some crazy beatboxing. We saw some crazy stuff the last 2 weeks. I know it took long, you had with us and communicate a lot back and forth, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like this experience, and we want to really get better at everything that we're doing, so thank you for letting us work with you on this project together. But most likely I want to say it was a gift that you did for us. It was such a beautiful present. You showed so much innovative, beautiful beatboxing. It was very, 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 very nice. So big ups to all of you, much love, and I hope everybody in the live stream will enjoy the battles that we're going to watch right now. So much, much love. And don't forget, 100 members, I beatbox for 1 minute, maybe.
Can you tell us how close we are on that? I'd like
I
to
don't
know.
know. It's going to be a wild guess. Maybe somebody from our team can actually count it, and then we will see in the end.
Well, if a team member wants to message me, we'll keep a counter going throughout the stream to see if we can get to 100 members. And again, appreciate all the donations. Makes it the lot easier to go and run these streams and run all these different things, because need money to go and make stuff happen for you guys production-wise. But yeah, now that you guys have listened in and understand what the judges were looking for specifically in this judging system that we have, we've introduced our judges, we've introduced our participants, we've introduced the team, we've introduced the crowd here. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go and watch the first battle and figure out who was the winner. I'm excited to go and watch this battle with you guys now. So we're about to go and get into that right now. I'm just making sure that it's going to load up. And it looks like we're already up to 4.2 thousand people from around the world. People are excited, very excited. I'm looking at this chat, it's going nuts. So whoever has not put themselves on mute, I'd appreciate that they put themselves on mute in this right here. All right. Or I'll just keep hearing myself in the background.
Welcome to the first quarterfinal of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Today, we have Dillip versus Zeka. First up is Dillip. With 90 seconds on the clock, I say the 3 and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1, beatbox.
Jungle House. Yo, Zeka, let me show you how it's done.
Time. Round 2, Zeka. Switch.
When I flow, everybody flows. When I feel, everybody feels. When I hop, everybody hops. When I kill, everybody kills. When I flow, everybody flows. When I feel, everybody feels. When I hop, everybody hops. When I kill, everybody kills. Flow, everybody flows. When I feel, everybody feels. When I hop, everybody hops. Everybody hops. Everybody hops. Everybody. everybody like.
Time. Round 3, Dillip. Switch. Time. Round 4, Zeka. Switch.
Come for live setting place at Jelly Town. Killer and smile, call me criminal clown. Criminal clown. Yep. Yep. Criminal clown. Yeah.
Time.
Yo. Big. Oh, that was so dope.
Man, too crazy. Super, super dope battle. Once again, that was Dillip versus Zeka. Zeka ranking first, so we chose Dillip to go first. Ladies and gentlemen, what a crazy battle we have right there. I'm super excited to go and find out who moves on. For that, we're going to be going to our Steam judging panel. So judges, you already have the numbers put up on your phone, I do believe, so you can show it to me. It is going to be number 1 for Dillip. Beatboxer 1 will be Dillip. Number 2 for Zeka. I need to go and see that on your screen if you can show me, and we're going to be counting it down. Ladies and gentlemen, who's going to be moving on? Is it going to be Dillip? Is it going to be Zeka? Is it going to be Dillip or Zeka? 1 for Dillip, 2 for Zeka. Going to our judges. I say the 3, and because I'm here, I say the 2 and the 1. Moving on to the next round, SBX Kickback Battle 2021 in 3, 2, 1. Judges.
It's over there.
Give it up. We got Zeka moving on right there. Come on. Woo. Once again, congratulations. Congratulations, Zeka, for taking a W right there in the first round here, SBX Kickback Battle 2021. And Dillup, you put up a heck of a fight, man. Your rounds were super crisp and original. I'm excited to go and hear what the judges have to go and say about these battles. We'll be getting to that later on. But once again, Zeka with the W. Dillup put up a heck of a fight once again. Congratulations. And I see that the chat's going crazy right now, so big ups to everybody involved with that. Judges, I know you had a hard decision, and we'll talk about that momentarily. So Zeka moves on to the next round. That being said, we're going to go on to battle number 2, I do believe, which is a quarterfinal right here. And we're going to be having Villain versus Dudes. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, as we about to go and tune in here with all our judges and competitors to go and watch together Villain versus Dudes. Hydeville with the video, my friend.
Welcome to the second quarterfinal of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Today, we have Villain versus Dudes. First up is Villain. With 90 seconds on the clock, I say the 3, and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1, beatbox.
In the club, everybody say what's up. Rolling with my clique, don't mess with us. Walk up in the club, little boy, try me, I'll turn you into dust. Walk up in the club. Walk up in the club. Swag. Swag.
Time. Round 2, Dudes. Switch.
Okay, villains, let me teach you something. Get, I wanna show you something fresh and sharp. Beatboxing doesn't need to be complex and hard. Look at this. There is no room for speed, and flow is all you need. Structure in your beats, make it sound good indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's time. Round 3, Villain. Switch.
I have ascended. I'm trying to be better than God. God, what the fuck am I saying? I ain't even into my prime. I'm taking over the world. I'm doing one day at a time. Time is an illusion.
Duds, I think that you're losing your mind.
Round 4. Dudes, switch.
Bro, you already know the villains always lose to heroes. Modify, simplify, amplify. I'll 45. I'll simplify. I'll amplify.
And that's time.
Wow. Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. That was dope.
A clash of style that lived up to the hype, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Villain versus Dudes. I'm so excited to go and find out who the winner was because it was such a clash of styles. A lot building up to it, but only one can move on. As D-Lo's looking on, he's saying which one. Again, I would hate to be in the judge's position, but they had to make a decision. So, judges, we're going to you once again. If you vote number 1 on your graphic screen, it'll be Villain. If you vote number 2, it'll be Dudes. 1 for Villain, 2 for Dudes. Moving on to the next round. Ladies and gentlemen, I say the 3 and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1. Judges. With a split decision moving on, we have Villain. Give it up.
Yeah. What a battle.
Villain moving on to the next round. And while this happens as well, we'll be going and posting up. You can see the final scores from our judges, but we had a split decision once again. 2 votes for Villain, 1 for Dudes. We'll be having a talk about this obviously afterwards when we have the breakdown, but big congratulations to Villain. Villain moving on to the next round. I'm excited to go and see your originality, your style, and just crushing it, man, like you have been. So big ups to Villain. And once again, Dudes, you're one of the best that I've heard, man. You just absolutely stay original, absolutely do your own thing, and you keep pushing it, man. You keep doing your thing. I'm excited to go and see you with your new setup that you have right there. I'm excited to go and see all the new videos, and I know you keep on pushing stuff out on YouTube, so we can see your score as well, and we'll be talking about this with the judges. But Dudes, keep doing your thing, brother. You crush it as well. Once again, congratulations to Villain, and big ups to Dudes. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on, we had Villain, and we're going to get into the next battle. The next battle is going to be in between Rhythmind, your Loop Station champion, Grand Beatbox Battle, repping for France, versus D-Lo, representing for the UK. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a hype battle. I'm excited to go and watch this alongside of you because there's a lot of great rounds. So Hydeville, if you be so kind, throw that video up. Let's get into it and keep on watching. So Hydeville with the video. Jump it.
Welcome to the third quarterfinal of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Today, we have Rhythmind versus D-Lo. First up is Rhythmind. With 90 seconds on the clock, I say the 3 and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1, beatbox.
D-Lo, let's go for the first round. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's time. Round 2, D-Lo. Switch.
Yo, Riv Mind, let's keep it groovy.
Wow!
Magic. Magic. Elegant poise, add the beat and then I make some noise.
Time. Round 3, Rhythm Mind. Switch.
I'm just a looper, bro.
Switch.
Brother, I can do everything. For chap. For chap. Hit me. For chap. For chap. For chap.
And that's time. Round 4, D-Lo. Switch.
But I'm also a looper.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Get down for the dead, bro. I'm a gunman full scope with a headshot. Now kick him.
Time.
Big battle. That's what we're talking about there, where they had their back and forth, the loop station coming into it. That battle was super, super dope, boys. I cannot wait to go and see who's moving on. But Rhythmine and D-Lo, before I announce this and we find out from our judges, congratulations to both of you on some dope, original, crazy rounds, guys. Wow! We're about to go and find out from our judges who moves on. So, judges, once again, with your graphics card, it'll be a 1 for Rhythmine. It'll be a 2 for D-Lo. 1 Rhythmine, 2 for D-Lo. Moving on to the next round. We're going to be going on right here to our judges. I say the 3. I say the 2 and the 1. Judges. In 3, 2, 1. Judges. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for D-Lo. We're going to bring a scorecard up from the judges right here, as you guys can see the overall scores. But D-Lo, once again, congratulations. Moving on to the next round right here, SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Big round to you, man. I love your style. The second round, super crazy. First round, super crazy. But really big ups to you, brother, and congratulations on taking that W. Wow! Now, not to be going and say anything else the less, because Rhythmine, again, super original concept. I loved it. You keep on stepping up, and I can't wait to go and see you in future battles as a solo artist, and not just as a looper. You're not just a looper, you're a crazy solo artist yourself, brother. You really did smash these rounds with your originality, the rhythms, everything about it, man. I'm excited to go and hear the judges' take on it as well. So I think we have your scorecard up here so people can see, but congratulations once again to Rhythmine. Keep up the good work, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, that means we only have one battle left right here in the top 8. You just saw D-Lo versus Rhythmine. D-Lo took the W. Rhythmine smashed his rounds too. We'll be going to figure out who is going to be moving on as well from this next battle, because we have Canada versus the Netherlands. We have B-Art featuring his dog, his puppy right now, versus Elise sitting at home. And we have... we're going to want to find out, because we're going to watch this video together. So once again, Elise versus B-Art, last of the quarterfinals here, right on the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Heidfeld with the video. Mash it up.
Welcome to the 4th quarterfinal of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Today, we have Elise versus B-Art. First up is Elise. With 90 seconds on the clock, I say the 3, and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1, beatbox.
Big ups to B-Art. I'm looking forward to hearing your stuff, bro.
Round 2, B-Art. Switch.
Strobe, flashlight, flash, flares up. I follow every signal cause I care enough. Strobe, flashlight, flash, flares up. I follow every signal. Shine your light, shine your light, and your butter on your bone. Shine your light, shine your light, shine your light. When your butter on your bone, shine your light. Shine your light, shine your bone. Shine your light, shine your
Time. Round 3, Elise. Switch. Time. Round 4, B-Art. Switch.
Play a game and put your hand where your heart is. 24/7 stand tall and hit your target. Play a game and put your hand where your heart is. 24/7 stand tall and hit your target. Stand tall and need you. Stand tall and need your jogging.
Time.
Oh, what a battle.
Jeez.
Wow. What a crazy battle that was. Super duper close. Beart versus Elise. Both of them. This is the third time they've gone up against each other. World champs, I believe, at vocal totals. So they're 1-1. This will be the deciding rubber match for now. We'll never know what's going to happen in the future in other competitions. They may battle again. But ladies and gentlemen, Beart versus Elise. What a crazy battle. And I'm seeing in the chat, everybody's voting back and forth. There's a lot of people saying Elise, a lot of people saying Beart. It's pretty close, so we got to go and see. But I believe it's going to our judges right now, and I know that for sure. Judges, the decision is yours and yours alone. We are going to go and find out who moves on. Beatboxer 1 will be Elise. Beatboxer 2 is Beart. 1 for Elise, 2 for Beart. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to count down for you because you're all at home. I say the 3. I say the 2 and the 1. It's on our judges. Moving on to the next round. SBX Kickback Battle 2021 in 3, 2, 1. Judges. Give it up. Sweep. Clean sweep. Give it up for Beart. Once again, Beart from the Netherlands, taking the rubber match right here. We're going to show the judges' scorecards momentarily so you can go and see how they judged that. But it was a clean sweep. Beart taking the W. Big ups to Beart. Congratulations, brother. You should be proud you smashed that round. And again, you can see the scorecards as well. But Elise, still, my nephew, man, you smashed it. I loved your flow. Everyone's saying the transition god is here. So, ladies and gentlemen, Elise slapping it up. 2-time going to come back. We'll see more of these. But we have, again, Elise versus Beart. Beart taking the W. And those are our winners, ladies and gentlemen. We have our top 4 right now. Give them up for the top 4. And congratulations to all of our other battlers as well that came in the top 8. That's out of all these different wild cards that happened, giving amazing rounds that happen right here. SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Wow, jeez. But we're going to go in right now, find out who's battling who, because we have the tree already set up. So the next battles will be as such. We're going to go and check it out together so we can actually figure this out. I believe the battles will be Zeka versus Villain. We have Spain versus United States. That battle is going to be wow. I cannot wait to go and see that. We have Zeka versus Villain. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe right now the second battle is going to be Dilo versus Beart. Wow. So we have Zeka versus Villain. We have Dilo versus Beart. I cannot wait to go and watch this, ladies and gentlemen. These next rounds are going to be crazy. More fire is going to be coming at you guys. I can't wait to go and see it and watch with you. The judges are going to have more hard decisions to make, and those were the quarterfinals. So once again, the semifinals now are Zeka versus, who is it going to be? Right there one more time. I already said it already. Zeka versus Villain and Dilo versus Beart. Those are our quarterfinals. I want to tune in Zeka and I wanted to go and tune in Villain. So if you guys want to unmute yourself and come to me for a second, we're going to go and talk because we got to figure out who is going first. It's a big battle, man. I'm excited to go and see you two guys battle each other. It's going to be another heated exchange. I cannot go and wait to see that. But since you were ranked highest, Zeka, the decision is yours. Once again, would you want to go first or second in these battles? If you guys want to talk back and forth for a second in between, if you have anything, we'll get to some comments to go and see.
I want to go second anyway.
You want to go second? All right. Yeah. Zeka chose directly to go second. Wow. We have Zeka versus Villain. Zeka will be going second in the round. That means Villain will be up first in these semifinal battles. I can't wait to go and see it. It's going to be super, super crazy. And I'm excited to go and see your rounds. We'll come back to you guys momentarily. But that means that we're going to bring up also Dilo and Beart. I need you guys to jump on here with me. Congratulations for taking the W's in your battles, respectively. Moving on to the next round. But Dilo, you ranked higher than Beart in the original format. So you need to go and tell me, do you want to go first or second in this semifinal?
Ah, man. I need like a little bit of thinking. Bart, man, I'm so hyped we're battling, bro. Big up, man. Respect to you. I will go. I will go second. I will go second. I will go second.
He will go
Yeah.
second. All right. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, again, the decisions that has been made pretty much throughout this entire thing, and it gives you the advantage of having the opportunity to go and immediately go and actually go and have a response. So that is usually what people do in most battles. So once again, he decides that he'll be going second in the semifinals. So Zeka will be going second in his semifinal versus Villain, and Dilo will be going second in his semifinal versus Beard. Once again, crazy top 8. Give it up for everybody involved. Thank you to the judges making those hard decisions. And we have the graphic on screen right there. I cannot wait. We're going to be having the next 2 battles. It's going to be super dope. We have the first battle will be, again, Villain versus Zeka. Villain is going first in that battle, then followed up by Dilo versus B-Art, and B-Art will be going up in that battle. So it's going to be super crazy. And remember, as we go throughout this too, if you guys want to see Paponi beatbox on this live stream, we got to get over 100 members. So keep on clicking that because I want to see it for sure. Now it's time to get on. We're going to go and jump into our judges. So judges, we're going to bring back Tom, we're going to bring back Napalm, we're going to bring back Alex, so we can get an opportunity to go and talk to you guys and figure out just where your heads were at for the individual scores. And I'm going to be asking once again for Sinjo to send me those graphics, if you'd be so kind, brother. I want to make sure that I get those, and if I haven't seen them yet, my apologies, but I'll check in a second. But this is your opportunity, crowd. This is opportunity to go and ask these judges about their decisions, and we're going to be showing the total scores for each individual battle. So we're going to go and figure out exactly how the judges figured out who was moving on, and we're going to be jumping into the first battle right there, which was Dilip versus Zeka. And I'm going to start off by asking, because I see him first on my screen, Tom, how you doing, bruv? You good?
Good, my man. Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
chilling.
You guys had some difficult decisions to go and make, and this is the opportunity to kind of go through them all. And we're going to be talking about each one of the judges' decisions that you made for each battle. So for the first battle, once again, it was Dilip versus Zeka, and that battle was a clear sweep. All 3 of you guys did vote for Zeka, and you gave the final score of 164 to Zeka versus a 150 for Dilip. So could you just kind of explain your thoughts on that battle and what you were seeing for a winner and reasoning behind your decision, why you gave Zeka the win over Dilip?
Yeah, totally. Well, first of all, I want to say that Dilip is one of my favorite beatboxers because his style is so original. He has so many different sounds that in my perspective, I haven't really heard in the circumference of a battle before. But Zeka, his entire rounds are just like well-rounded, perfectly shaped like rounds. It's really hard to fault him on anything that he does in any of the rounds that he's presented. So, oh man, it was a really hard battle because it was like Dilip is one of my favorite beatboxers for creation of intricate sounds and like weird sounds and just like nice noises, but Zeka just like really put everything that he's done together in a perfectly composed round, and it's just like it's one of those things that's hard to fault. So yeah, I mean that was the reasoning that I put towards Zeka, and I mean to me it was just a beautiful thing to listen to the entire round. But it was a beautiful thing to be able to say, you know, I think this was it for me. So Zeki, yeah, like clearly took it.
Man, all the other judges agreed with you too, and I think that those very well spoken because Dilla put an amazing round up against 2 rounds, both back and forth. They both had 4 total crazy rounds, so it was a hard decision, but I'm glad for you given the opportunity to explain that. Next up, we go to Alexinho. Alex, your score in between the two was identical for Zeka's score as Tom Thumb. You gave it a 164, and you gave Dillip a 144 overall. So you can kind of give an explanation onto where your head was when you were going and making this decision, and just give some notes for Dillip and Zeka to listen to.
Yeah, sure. I think we all judges agree with what happened on this battle. Dilip and Zeka like has their own identity, and we know that they perfectly know what they do. And on this one, yeah, Zeka just created 2 complete rounds, and the structure, the sounds he put on, the IDs, yeah, the technical part, the musical parts, like it's so complete and full. And yeah, like for me it was kind of obvious. And what I wanted to say to Dilip is that you have your own sound, that's super rare. I mean, super rare. It's rare these days, and it's super important to now try to find your universe and how you tell your story. Like in your rounds, I felt like it was more like a performance, like you wanted to add sounds and put some parts, then another one, then, and there's not really something that, again, my English, yeah, it's about storytelling. And Zeka is a really good example, because from 0 to 90 seconds he bring energy up the whole rounds, and tell us something by his beatbox. And I'm sure you can be able to do that, Dilip, because yeah, as Tom said, like your sounds, your style is unique. And if you learn on that, just the story, what did I wrote? I just want to take my notes quick. Yeah, more life and storytelling and movements. And yeah, that's why you lost a little bit of points in structure and showmanship on my part. And yeah, I think that's approximately it. If you want more details, just tell me. Yep. So yeah, but congrats both. It was crazy. Height.
100%. And now we'll be finishing off. That was Alex's scoring and explanation of Zeka versus Dillip. Now we move on to Napalm, who scored it a little bit higher here. He put a score of 177 to Zeka and gave a 175 to Dillip. He was the closest of all 3 judges, was separated by 2 points. So I see, in your opinion, comparatively to the other 2 judges, you saw this as a closer battle. Could you kind of explain? Could you kind of explain to the audience and to the battlers, maybe why you had a differing view in thinking that the battle was closer, and also why you gave the win to Zeka?
Yeah, this was my closest in terms of total points for any of my battles, so it was definitely pretty tight. I agree with both of the other judges. Like when it comes to certain categories, it was like kind of clear, but also I think Dillip really stepped it up from his elimination to, not his elimination, the seeding round to this one. Like for facing the 8th seed, it was definitely like a super tight battle, and it was mind blowing. Just checking out like my scorecards, Dillip actually ended up like surpassing in originality a little bit, just because like that's second round specifically, because that second round, like those kind of sounds that you use, like nobody's doing those kind of zippers, nobody's doing those types of layers. So for originality, that definitely kind of, you know, brings it to the front, brings it to the top. And even like that translates to repetition for me, because in Zeka's second round, he lost a point just for repetition wise, and your sounds that you're doing are just like next level crazy. So it was really close for me. But like the other guys said, Zeka's like fundamentals, his timing, his musicality, his structure, it's like on another level. Both of you guys are leveling up, so it's hard for me. This was a hard one to judge, but it was good. Big ups to both of you.
100%. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, judge's decision, first battle of the quarterfinals. We had Dilip versus Zeka. Zeka taking the clean sweep victory and some constructive criticism / some good points made by all judges on their decisions. Next up, we'll be going in the same order. So we'll be starting off with Tom. We're going to be asking about the battle of Villain versus Dudes, which was a split decision vote. So first of all, I'm going to go to the gentleman who gave the win to Dudes, and his scoring was 171 for Dudes versus 170 for Villain. So you had a 1 point differential. I know this is seemingly your closest battle that you called, and you have a difference of opinion in the judging to your other judges. So can you kind of run down, Tom, your thoughts on why you gave the victory to Dudes over Villain, and just give an idea of why you get, it was such a close battle, but can you kind of describe your thought process going into this one?
Yeah, totally, man. Fucking wow. By the way, like, that sucked for all of us on the judging panel to judge that battle. Like, it's kind of like, it's like judging. I don't even know what the metaphor is for judging that battle, but it was crazy. So for me, I like musical beatboxers. I like people that explore melodic ideas and things like that. And then having the categories to sit there and just like really define what you're listening to versus what you're seeing in your categories, it was really challenging. And like Villain absolutely killed it. And there was like points for me that I dipped out in Dudes' rounds because there was a certain formulaic approach to his rounds. Like, there was sort of similar elements that recurred. And then, oh man, it was just really, really hard to judge. It was chalk and cheese, man. Like, I really appreciated the way that Villain approached the intensity in his rounds, and I really appreciated the way that Dudes just like sat back on things and danced with very small elements of melody and just intricate textures, like small like transitions between those textures. So man, like, that really came down literally to a point. Like, it was undeniable that Villain was better technically, and it was undeniable that Dudes was better musically in that instance. So yeah, that's what it was for me. I just really enjoyed both rounds, and fuck, it sucks to be a judge sometimes.
Hey, that's why you put the some of the best guys in the world like you are to make these hard decisions. So I'm glad you had to make the decision. I'm here just hosting. Come on. Hey now.
Yeah. This is what it is, man. It is what it is. And I'm just glad to see like such skilled musicians like do their thing, man. Like, and see it on such a world stage, even though the entire world is locked down. It's so nice to see everyone just like be able to flex.
Flexing on them. Let's go.
Yeah.
Tommy T with the flex talk. And he had a 1 point differential, and that was a hard decision as he just described. Once again, he went with Dudes, and he gave a good explanation why with a 1 point differential. And that's a huge, to think about it, a huge decision to have to make. And again, that's why we put an esteemed judging panel together from across the world to go and make these hard decisions. Moving on to Alex Alexinho, you scored for 147 for Dudes, and you put Villain at a 157. So you had a 3 point differential, and you put it as Villain as the winner.
It was 150 for Villain and 147 for Dudes, right?
Correct. That's
yeah.
I do believe that's what I said. But we'll see. Once again, we have 147 for Dudes and a 150 for Villain. So could you go and explain your decision, Alex, and give some reasoning behind your scoring?
Yeah. And I agree with Tom. Judging sucks. 100%. Yeah, and of course we looked forward for this battle because these two beatboxers are so different. So yeah, it's sometimes it could be a matter of taste, and hopefully we had different criteria to not. And yeah, it was super close, only 3 points difference. And what for me changed the game on this battle was maybe the battle part and the energetic part. Like I felt like Villain goes hard and shows his energy and show that he's in and want it a lot. And for Dudes, like I loved both for sure. I felt like I was, I don't know if it's the word, but I need to say it, a little bit disappointed about the fact that he about daring, like trying new things that he's not used to. He tried, but sometimes it sounded a little bit like, I don't know what to say, but you understood. And what I wanted to say to Dudes was, yeah, take more risks. You have big possibilities, but you must dare to go and discover new materials. Yeah, like you are perfectly confident with your voice and your musical ideas, your musicality, confident with your tonality and how good you sounds with all of this. And I felt like you were around the same tonality, you know. And I know that you can find some crazy other ideas with this skills and yeah. What else can I say? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. Master your current capacities by finding new vocal tonality ideas. So yeah. I think that's the main thing I wanted to tell you. Like, you have crazy possibilities, and I know you can put it even more up and try to discover new sound world, you know, some more technical things. Even if you come back to the basics, it's always super important. And yeah, like, big up to you guys, and it was super close. And thank you for this crazy show. Right.
That's Alex, and I will say, for someone that has said multiple times that his English is not that good, having to string together the master your vocal technicalities or some such like that, like you said, tonalities, very well done, sir. I'm impressed with that. So, Ish. Next one, Ish. We're gonna have one more. We're gonna go to our judge, our good friend, Mr. Napalm. We're gonna jump back live and direct there. So, Napalm, can you kind of go and give a rundown of your score? Because
Yes,
when
sir.
we look at your score, you also voted Villain as taking the W. You put Dudes at a 166, and the scoring on for you on Villain was 171. So once again, 166 for Dudes and a 171 when we came to villains. So please, sir, explain your score and maybe some thoughts on the battle itself.
For sure. I mean, I think Tom and Alex just said a lot of the main points. You know, it's pretty clear that one beatboxer is a little more on the musical side, one beatboxer is more on the technical side. I'd say for me, in terms of score, what really messed up Duds was his second round in terms of battle style and repetition, because his second round was just kind of the same song going on, and it was like done in different ways, but it was definitely more of a repeated style. While Villain, he brought like new techniques, new flavors, new personas to the table within the whole battle. And like that's something that's really important if you want to go in a battle, especially big international ones, and make it all the way to the finals. Like you got to kind of bring a really fresh energy, a really fresh persona. Not that like, you know, what you're doing isn't really awesome, because if it wasn't for those specific points, you guys were really, really close. It would have been down to 1 point or really tied or something like that. And I would have had to use my bonus points. But for me, it really came down to that repetition. You know, how fresh can you keep it for yourself? Because at this point, we all love your music, but we want to see what else you can do. Exactly what Alexino said. So that's about it for me.
Well
Big ups
said,
to Villain
well
too.
said.
He's fucking
yeah, man.
crazy.
Villain and Dudes had himself a battle, and I really do appreciate the fact that they put in that talk beforehand. You know, got everybody hyped, man. It got everybody hyped, and judges made their decision again, split decision, so you know how close these things are. And we're gonna be moving on to the next battle. And since I've been giving Tommy the first go on this, I realized that I might be taking talking points away from everybody else. So we're gonna start off this one with Alex. Once again, Villain moved on that one versus Dudes. He was winning on a 2-1 split decision. And we're heading into the next battle where we had Rhythmind versus D-Lo. And that was a clean sweep. All 3 judges voting for D-Lo, and a very, very heated battle, though I loved it watching it back. One of my favorites of it, just based on the pageantry, I guess you could call it, but it was super, super great from my perspective as being able to watch it as a fan. We're going to start off with Alexino. So Alex, you scored it 176 for D-Lo to 145 for Rhythmind. This was your biggest discrepancy. So could you kind of run through the battle in your mind, why you would have given it such a big discrepancy, and general thoughts?
Yup. Sure. Yeah. He said in French. Yeah, like it's hard to battle D-Lo, you know, everyone knows that. For me, it was super clear. When D-Lo goes second, it's super hard to take it anyway. Yeah, Rhythmind brings some solid technicality and some solid idea. I was sure he found an idea about not about loop station, but about what we talked in the previous live stream, like some showmanship, and he used the loop station, and it was very funny. But don't do it against D-Lo. Don't do it against D-Lo. Of course, he answered that, and both rounds we saw D-Lo's confidence, and we just saw that he was clearly up. Like he answers, I found 3 or 4 answers on his first round, and it was almost perfectly made, well structured, and super well done. Like he was super confident with what he did. And same for the second round. Like he just took the idea of Rhythmind, and in a short time just add even more ideas, showmanship ideas. He add one more machine, and then he finished it with a crazy drum and bass beat. Like yeah, we all know that D-Lo has a crazy creativity, and he showed us again today, and he's super complete, and he's definitely one of the best battler ever. And yeah, it's always super hard to battle D-Lo, so yeah, nice try.
Yeah.
But but yeah. Ritmind was very sick too. I like his technical ideas, like Detroit style ideas, and playing with the time. And yeah, big up to you guys both.
Once again, from Alex to us, his decision described. Actually, I'm going to take advantage of this because I just realized, we do have a bunch of French viewers that are going to be watching this, and he did ask you, do you want to go and say anything and explain it in French in a shorter version, possibly? Maybe give him en français, s'il vous plaît, if you'd give him a little bit, just so maybe you can connect with some of our French viewers, because I wish I could speak all these languages, but I can count in some.
C'est un très mauvais juge.
He just said, I'm the best judge ever. That's what he said. No, he did. He said, I'm a shit judge.
Just kidding.
So you want me to explain it in French what I said? That's what you asked? Oui. J'ai dit que c'était...
J'ai compris, hein, t'inquiète.
Okay.
I understood, guys. I'm bad in English, but I can understand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I was trying to go and involve, like trying something new, but maybe we need to go and figure out someone out there who has a bunch of time on their hands and can figure out these products. You need to go and be able to automatically Google Translate everything people say. That'd be awesome. So anyways, I guess he understood it. I guess everybody understand it. So let's get on to the next one. We're going to head over to Napalm. Napalm had this scoring 183 for Tilo and 162 for Rhythmine. So Neil, can you kind of explain your judgment? And again, that was the biggest discrepancy you gave. Can you explain why you had it like that, please?
For sure. I'd say in the first four categories, fundamentals, timing, technicality, and musicality, it was actually really close. I'd say D-Lo only nudged up by 1 point in any of those because your beats are hella clean, super musical, on time, your timing's awesome, the fundamentals are there. But when it comes to structure and certain like originality stuff and battle style, like Alex said, it's so hard to battle D-Lo. Like he's so creative and so proper in terms of his presentation and his just energy that he brings with his battles. So yeah, for me, he really killed it with originality and battle style. And for showmanship, I mean, that second round was a 10 out of 10 for both of you. I think everybody enjoyed that, something different. But yeah, he just kind of nudged a little bit in every category, like the technicality stuff, the musicality stuff, because I mean, he's doing so many different ideas that it's hard to. And it's all so clean and so well made and so well structured too. So it's really hard to battle against that. But if that's what your competitor's gonna do, you gotta do that better.
Let's go. D-Lo smashing it, Rhythmine smashing it, and there's Napalm's decision, which heads us back to Tommy T with his decision with a score of 182 for D-Lo and giving Rhythmine a 158 for the overall scores. I know that your other judges have kind of taken some of your points probably, but could you explain your decision and let us know? Put yourself on not mute as well. Be great.
Yeah, so totally, man. So I probably mirroring a lot of the sentiments of everyone else. Like Rhythmine's first round, I was like, sick. He's nailing this. This is beautiful. Like it was really nice to see people be creative with their battling because that wasn't a thing that happened so much. Like no one really took that category into account. Like no one really went, oh, I'm gonna really be the forefront of the battling category. Like no one was really being a showman or anything like that. And so when Rhythmine did his round, I was like, that's fucking cool. Good work. That's fucking sick. But then and I really appreciated it. I was like, that's dope. And then D-Lo just did that as well, but just took it and ran with it and just did it a little bit slicker. Like it was so dope. Like Rhythmine would have got really good marks in that round if D-Lo just didn't do that, if he just like chilled the fuck out and didn't compete against that round, that would have been a fucking slick round. But it was just very creative. The response, the round from Rhythmine was super creative. It was really nice to see him do something like that, because he's such a musical, creative beatboxer. Like, all of his videos prove that. But then obviously D-Lo just latched onto it and did his thing. So yeah, I mean, it was a very hard thing to judge, but it's just, it was what it was.
100%. And that's once again why we have an esteemed judging panel to make these tough decisions. But Tommy T describing his thoughts on the battle between Rhythmine and D-Lo once again taking that in a clean sweep, but a crazy round from both of them, and something you can watch back again before you watch other battles, because the full thing's up on YouTube, and you can really, we watched it together right now, but you can really go and take in these battles once again, because they're fire all the way through. So congratulations to both Rhythmine and D-Lo, and I'm excited to go and see more stuff from the boys. Going out, now we're going on to the final battle of the quarterfinals, SBX Kickback Battle 2021, with the judges explaining their decision. This time we're going to be starting off with Napalm, and this battle was in between Netherlands B-Art versus Canada's own Annouce. We gave Napalm's score of B-Art was 170. He gave a 170 B-Art, 170 to B-Art versus a 157 heading over to Annouce. So once again, can you go and describe your thoughts on this battle, and also why you scored it the way you did?
Hell yeah. In terms of like final score, this one wasn't the closest, but I think on the surface and on the video, this one definitely seemed the closest, and it seemed like the tightest one out of all of them. For their first round, I actually had a complete tie. Like specifically, I mean, every kind of category, one was higher than the other, or the other was higher than the other by like 1 point. Like B-Art for musicality edged him 1 point, but for technicality, Annouce took 1 point. So they were completely tied on the first round. But I think on that second round, what you really struggled with compared to B-Art was like things like structure and showmanship. You know, like B-Art's round from start to finish kind of had like a real direction, you know, like it was really, you could tell that it had that direction, and your rounds kind of like jumped from place to place a little bit more, even though it was more kind of about the battle style, like you could do these different things. I think that B-Art, like kind of sticking to that direction and throwing his style on top of that, really kind of edges it. I mean, battles like this are super hard to judge because it's two styles that are so refined and so well known, and you see them kind of going head to head. So you have to really, I don't know, think about your decisions really deep. And I've definitely thought about this one a couple times. The first time I watched it, I was like, damn it. And then I watched it again, and then I watched it again. So I definitely thought about this one the most, I think, out of all of them. But in terms of like a beatbox battle, B-Art definitely took the lead that second round with battle style, originality, showmanship, and stuff like that. And if you kind of put more into that performance, into that battle style, I feel like it would have been even closer, you know, maybe head to head. I mean, you guys battled each other before. It was 1-to-1, so you know how to beat each other. So crazy battle. Insane.
Very well said. And Mr. Napalm goes and says that the first round was an exact tie by his score, and it moved on to the second round where he felt the battle style came out a little more directly from B-Art, taking the W over Annouce. Next up, we're gonna head back to Tom. Tom, I want you to go and explain your decision here. You also gave it to B-Art, scoring 178 for B-Art and a 161 to Annouce. So can you kind of give a little bit more insight into your decision on this battle, please?
Yeah, totally, man. So I think the main thing for me was like the energy that was delivered to the rounds. Annouce's energy sort of I don't want to say flatlined. I want to say like, you know, there was a constant sort of energy, but with B-Art, he like really attacked the camera, you know what I mean? Like you're trying to approach this like it's not an online battle. It's you're trying to like give the audience whatever the audience is, just the feeling of being in an arena where you have the intensity of a live feeling. And so I felt like Beat, like the majority of the points that I delegated were for the energetic feeling of like just being in a vibe, like being there, like delivering to camera or delivering to the person that was going to be watching these videos, and just like feeling like it was a competition. So it was a lot of that. A lot of the points were because of the battle style, the performance. You know, there was a lot of that in there. Technically, I voted them quite similar. Musically, I feel like I probably swayed more towards Beat. And dynamically, I feel like Beat probably took it a little more with the light and shade of the routines. But I mean, how do you say? I mean, they're both bloody the best in the world. So for me, it was just a pleasure to watch, but that's how I objectively viewed those rounds.
Well spoken as well. And that came down for you to go and give a little bit more onto the battle feeling in it. And you can see that come through in the videos. So I think you're well spoken. And that's, again, why you put in the hard situation, brother. Finishing off, we're going to go head over to Alex. And he scored that a 156 for Beart comparatively to a 154 for Elise. So this was actually your tightest battle that you judged, in your opinion. I do believe, I'm going to check that and fact check it, but I think this is the tightest battle that you put down in between people. And with the 2-point difference, can you kind of go down why you put it as, comparatively to your other judges, such a close battle maybe, and just general thoughts on the battle overall and why you scored it the way you did?
Yeah, man. It was super close for me because they're both feel different categories. Like, for example, for me, it was obvious that Elise was clearly better in technicality in these battles, and it was clear that Beart was way better in battle style and showmanship. Like, and let me take my scores. Yep. Yeah. And yeah, I kind of agree with Tom when he said that the both energies are way different, and like Elise did so crazy, but we miss something that comes from his soul, his body. Like we wanna feel his music a little bit more. As like, I can take the example of Dilip versus Zeka. When Dilip do his beats, and we are not 100% with him. You know, I don't know if you know what I mean, but yeah, like something to release and to leave, as BR does perfectly. Like his second round, he just releases beast mode, completely crazy, and maybe that's one of the main thing that make me say that BR won. It's the energy, and yeah, one more thing is that BR show a lot of things, and structure. Yeah, about the structure too. It was really a lot more complete than LEC, I think. And but yeah, both were super crazy. Like, yeah, LEC has the craziest, is one of the craziest technique beatboxer today, and every time I listen to him, I'm like, and it's so perfectly done. And yeah, I think that's it. I just try to find something more that I wrote maybe that I want to say. Yeah. About the energy, intensity. Yeah. I think yeah. That's it. Like the first rounds were a little bit like this. It was more for LEC, I think, and the second round was more for BR. Like for my points, I can say I put 78 for the first round for LEC, 75 for BR second round. First round, sorry, and then the second round 76 for ADC and 81 for BR. So yeah, I think that's it. If you want still buff, if you want more explanations, just ask.
100%.
Big up, guys.
There's Alexinho, who scored that battle the closest in between BArt and Elise, but BArt taking the clean sweep there and moving on to the next round, which, again, those were the quarterfinals. Judges giving their decisions. At this point right now, I need you guys to be in the chat, putting out your questions to all the judges. I want you guys, we've already picked out a few, but I want to make sure that you guys get your opportunity to be heard. So everybody that's in the chat right now, put out all your questions. We're going to be going through those questions and finding the best ones to ask to the judges. But all judges, we're going to come back to you right now before we go and give an opportunity for some of the competitors to talk to you. First and foremost, I'm going to ask you guys a few questions here, just overall feelings about the battles. I'll start off with Napalm. I want to go and ask you, just how was it for you with the system? Because you guys didn't judge it round by round as they came out. You guys got the entirety of the rounds given to you and you judged them from your computers. So you can kind of give a description on how the kickback battle was to judge from the comfortability of your own home and getting the entirety of the rounds to have to watch through. So can you kind of give the process of how that happened for you? And I'll ask some other questions to the judges afterwards. But Neil, kind of give an explanation there.
I mean, yeah, I guess we're the lucky ones because we get to watch it like that. But it was awesome, man. It's like very inspiring. It does have that live feel experience. It feels like we're back, back doing some cool stuff. Screw the virus, we're back. And so that's definitely really cool. In terms of like battling based on scores rather than, hand to hand, it's cool and it's not necessarily that much better, but for online battles, if we do have the chance to, take time to really do our scores, there's no reason not to. I think in terms of like really taking the scores seriously though, like of course the score sheets, like they fit really well for beatboxing, they fit really well for judging, but I don't ever encourage beatboxers to beatbox for the sake of trying to get a 10 out of 10 on all the scores, because it's not about math. It's not about getting 10s out of 10s in different scores. It's about being yourself. And we kind of reference that a lot with judging, but a lot of people just don't know that. But that's part of the beatbox energy. It's the reason that we do it. It's for the energy and the communication. So at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for in these beats. Of course, you can break it down to all these categories, but it's usually relative to what the other beatboxer brings, Like always just try to be yourself. Always just try to do dope music because that's where it's at.
Very well said. Very well said. We're going to head over to Tommy there. I'm going to ask you, overall, how did it feel for you to go and have this judging criteria? Because you've judged battles all around the world live. You've done the online stuff as well. But having the criteria the way it was given, for you to have to go and stick to that parameter, and you had the availability to give bonus points where you deemed necessary. But I wanted to go and see, from your opinion, how was it to go and judge specifically these 4 battles on the SBX Kickback 2021 quarterfinals, sitting there with that actual criteria to go and give actual marks out of? And is there anything in your opinion that could be done to improve said criteria so far?
Yeah, totally, man. So can you hear me? No, probably not.
Yeah, we're good. Well, Tom, for some reason, just ducked out. So I'm going to go back over. We'll get him back in a second because, again, Australian internet seems to be a real big issue where he is. So we're going to jump over to Alex, and I'm going to ask Alex the same question For you. Oh, and now Alex is.
No, I'm
gone.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
hey now, coming at me. I like it. Big joke. Think about that.
Lol.
Where's the man of culture laugh? We need that, and I'm gonna get one of those too soon. I want to go and ask you, your opinion of using this judging criteria, this actual judging criteria, and being able to score it out. Napalm said 100% something very truthful, that people should stick to their guns, be original, and not try to go and fit into these categories and boxes. But for you, how was it for you to go and have these new criteria that the judging system that was used for this battle? And also, is there any way, in your opinion, you could improve said judging system?
Yeah, I like to use it. Like, as we see it, I think it works pretty well. Like, we approximately all agree with what we say and what we think. And I didn't see the scores of the other judges, but I think we agree with a lot of things. And yeah, it helps with our decisions, and even more online, because we have a lot of time to spend on judging and to watch. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. I don't know if I would use it live, because it's way different, and we don't have enough time to use it. But yeah, I think it's positive, and I agree with Neil say, just be yourself, and don't you can follow some criterias for sure, but just keep in mind that you are unique, and you are your beatbox makes you unique. Like, we have 8 top beatboxers that sound completely different, and yeah, I think it helps for judging, but it could help for the participants, but yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
But once again, well spoken. It'd be a very difficult thing to implement live unless you had the time to go and space out between battles somehow. And I do agree with you. It'd be very difficult to go and try to implement live. But Tommy, are you there? I can't see you. I think he's still having some internet problems. Maybe Crocodile ate his Wi-Fi connector or something like that. But we're gonna go and get down to some questions from the audience. So right now we'll be talking to Napalm and Mr. Alexinho, and after this we'll be talking to some of the competitors to get their opinions and some of their questions as well. But I wanted to first ask Napalm,
hey,
with the hash the tag of Ask the Judges. The question was, what do you think you would add or take away from this judging system, in your opinion?
Oh, that's an interesting question, and that's something that I'd have to think about. So give me just 1 or 2 seconds.
Not a problem, man. Take your time and think about that. I'll give you a second to go and consider.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because, I mean, like we're saying, you know, the scores, they do add up to pretty much reflect how we feel if we were to judge with our hands. It's hard to say. I think like creativity, like it's just wording, you know. At this point there's 7, 8 categories already. I think that's enough. I don't think that you should add or subtract anything. I think it is a pretty fair amount of categories to, you know, split beatboxing up into. It's mainly just the wording of it and perspective, you know, because originality to some people could be creativity, and that's like your creativity could go into your technicality, like you're doing an interesting combo. Would you call that original, or would you call that super technical, or both? You know, it's kind of like how you perceive the wording itself. But in terms of this, I think we've worked it out. We were talking amongst the judges a lot, like trying to figure out what the best, you know, formula is for everybody, not just, you know, for ourselves. But I think for now that I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's been well worded, and mayhaps in future you would have like a linguist go over it and exactly get definitions. So you could be like, no, this is what this exact word means, and try to be super definitive. I do agree that it could bleed over understandings and be synonymous with different words as they come up. So 100% agree with you. We're gonna go over to Alex for Ask the Judges. These are judges' questions that the audience had given as we wait for Tom to jump back in. He asks, "You got it funny by Sinjo. I like it.
This is not what you used to.
That's right." Question for Alex is, when you saw the battles for the first time, and then after many times, did your opinion change? So when you watched these battles, did your opinion change after rewatching them multiple times?
Not really, but it made it more obvious. Like I remember I had when I first listened to Beard versus Elise, I was struggled. I think I was first for Elise. I think it was pretty close, but still, I think all the battles were kinda not kinda obvious for the first view, but yeah, I remember I had two battles that I was like, okay, I'm excited to go on the notes and to focus on the criterias. But yeah, it changed at some points, but the decisions were right at the first view, I think. So yeah. At some points, like when you focus on some more criterias, you can see that, oh, okay, so I think I will add more points on this thing because you do that this way, blah 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 blah. So yeah, it changed a little bit. Not the final decision, but on the points and on the criterias, yes, for sure.
Very interesting, again, because you never know when you're watching it live. If you had the opportunity to sit there and rewatch it, mayhaps you'd have a different decision. But as Alexenius thought, he said that every decision was correct, just the pointing that he would give to it would be slightly different. Another question from our lovely audience. A question actually I'm going to ask to Paponi. I want Paponi's opinion on this one here. The question that came up was, somebody really wants to know, and I'm actually going to expand this question because I know this is a huge undertaking to have the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. But is this something the team at SBX has considered about expanding to doing a loop station version or a 2v2 of?
Interesting. Yeah. I feel like we have to see how it goes this year because the situation is just not as easy. There's definitely interest to throw out another kickback battle this year. We really try for that, but the solo is just like really easy to do because it's a lot of work. It's like Sinjo said, he has to work up to 18 hours a day to this up together with Luca. It's just a lot to do. 2v2s probably might be difficult for people to come together. People need to be able to practice together. So this whole kickback style in 24 hours, I'm not quite sure how this could play out. It definitely could, but we obviously would have to plan it out correctly. And it's obviously the same thing with the looping. When it comes to devices and all these things, it's going to be not so easy to answer these questions. But what I can say is there's definitely interest in that. We really would like to see it. I'm just not 100% sure if it can happen this year. So we will go over this, we will discuss it properly, and we will see what we're doing. We have a few plans in our mind to do some really cool things. Don't forget also, we're planning GBB. It's taking a lot of time for us in these crazy times that we're in. And we have more infos about GBB soon, so that's like at least the good news that I can put out, but it makes it harder for us to plan on for 2v2s or looping with Kickback, but there's definitely interest that we continue this hopefully very soon again, for sure this year. That's the idea. But everyone that is interested in looping and 2v2s, just be patient and understand our situation, that this from a technical side, it's not so easy. It just looks probably very nice, and it looks very easy to just like consume the videos every single day, but there's like a huge construction and big plan behind this. One more time, I have to say thank you so much to the artists to be here with us. Thank you, Aaron, as well, Sinjo and Luca, for just like working out and that we can communicate so well. There's a lot of work that we have to do in order to just become more efficient, and I believe it's a step-by-step thing. So from project to project, we're gonna run better, and then we see once we're ready, we're gonna announce it. Hope that answered the question.
It did.
Woo.
I think a lot of people would definitely like to go and see it. And again, we all understand the differences that are made here in this current world state. But perhaps, so people keep on checking out the rest of this solo, and we'll be getting into those things right there in the future, possibly. So right now, we're gonna try to wrap this up sooner than later because I know people got lives to go and live. But before we do that, I'm gonna give an opportunity to each of the competitors to ask one question. And Tom Thumb is currently down under on his internet, so he's gone. He's gonna be what?
He's gone.
He's gone. She gone.
It's a pity everyone has a question for Tom, so
Yeah. Everybody wants to ask Tommy a question, but Tommy tell you is nowhere to be found. So we're gonna be going right here, and I'm gonna go through the list of each competitor, and I want you to keep this to. Oh, he's back! He's back!
Hey, Scotty, I'm just going to jump in real quick. Some of the guys need to go soon, so maybe we can give the floor to the ones that need to leave first. I think Elise has to go in 5 minutes, and Duds needs to go soon as well. So if we can give the floor to Elise first and then Duds, that would be awesome.
Great. So
Great,
I'm gonna give Elise the opportunity to ask one question to Alex, Tom, or Napalm, and the floor is yours, my friend. Any question about the judging that happened?
No, I don't really have any questions, to be honest. I just wanted to say bye to everyone. Congrats to BR, congrats to all the winners, and everybody chill in the chat. BR won that. I think he won that. So you guys gotta chill. Like, it's, yeah, that's it. And thanks for the experience. Thanks everyone for your time. And good luck to everyone in the next battles.
You're the man, bro.
you're so good. Thanks, bro.
You're the dude, bro.
Good luck for your date.
Thank you. Oh, it's not a day. Okay.
Now. Let's go. Wow. He's going out.
Big ups, Elise.
So proud of my nephew going out on a date. Let's go in the morning. Wow. All right. So Elise had no questions, and he's saying that he agrees with the judge's decisions. So that was pretty easy. No questions. We're going to go ahead and over to Dudes, though. Dudes, do you have any questions? I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask one question to any one of the judges. The floor is yours, my friend.
Okay, so first I'd like to thanks for the opportunity. Big up to Villain. It was a sick battle, so congrats, bro. And I'm very, very happy to be part of this. This is like a dream to me, and it's really, really sick. And thank you so much for the feedback from the judges. And I'll actually ask my question and leave. I will see the answer later because I'm late for my work now. So my question is, how did you manage to avoid all the information about the battles? Because my Instagram feed was only about this. So how did you manage to focus, and did you not connect to anything? How did you avoid all these opinions on battles? And goodbye, guys. Yeah, thank you so much.
Big ups to Dudes. Big up to Dudes.
Man. Peace out, man.
We're going to go to our judges. I think
Big ups, bro.
Tom just relied on his Australian internet not to be able to see anything about the battles, you know?
Yeah, so
go to Napalm first. You're to that.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely hard for the seeding round because we saw the seeding rounds after a bunch of them came out. But for the battles specifically, they had it all roughly edited as you guys were doing them. So pretty much whenever you guys finished your battles, and you guys know whenever you did it, that's whenever we got them. So it was pretty early on. We just had to avoid, the Instagram posts. Just not talk. It wasn't the most difficult thing, but it definitely sucked a little bit that we can't watch, a couple rounds as they come out. But don't fret, duds.
All right.
I can clarify that a little better, maybe.
Yeah.
They only had 3 rounds of the first quarterfinal were online before they received all the full quarterfinals. There wasn't the full quarterfinal edited together. We roughly chopped them together so they could at least watch them as they would unfold in a full battle. And then for the YouTube releases later, we fixed the final animations and everything. It's the little details that take the long time. But they had the full battles after the 3rd or 4th round was posted on YouTube, so not so much.
Fair one. Those are the from the man himself who's doing the audio. So yeah, just a little bit of spacing out. Made sure that they didn't watch it. Next
Did you
up-
get your answer, dudes? Everything's okay with your answer?
Later.
I think he's happy.
We're gonna go and get one more question here. Heading over to, I don't know where he went to. He's jumped back in and out. But I'm gonna go and give the opportunity to Dilip. Dilip, are you with me here, brother? 1 second. You know what? Well, he figures out.
Said he gotta go.
Yeah, Rhythmine says
All right.
he needs to bail, so maybe we can jump him in.
Rhythmine.
quickly.
Okay, real quick then. Rhythmine, if you have any questions, give one question to any one of the judges.
No question, but I want to thanks everyone, Swissbeatbox, to all the judges, all the participants, because it was very nice to be in. I'm not anymore, but it's
We're gonna
because
miss
I'm
you,
just a
bro.
looper, you know.
Shit.
No, but it was crazy for me, and it's good for continue to improve our beatbox to participate at this kind of event. So thanks to Swiss Beatbox, and I hope see you soon in a real life.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
For sure.
Big
It
ups
was a
to
pleasure.
Rhythmine.
Big up, bro.
Good luck to all the participants who rest in.
100%, brother.
C'est bon, allez, ciao.
C'est bon, allez, ciao maintenant.
Hey, ciao. I can
Right,
translate for
because
you if you want.
I really have to work with Berrywam.
Oh, such hard times, right?
Yeah, because they wait for 2 hours and look at BC.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
so thanks to everyone.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Once again, keep on watching, keep on subscribing to Bear Ram, give them all the love and respect. And Rhythmind also throwing out a bunch of stuff on his Instagram/YouTube. So I've said it before, but follow up all the boys. Big shout out to Rhythmind as well.
Thanks. Bye bye, everyone.
Peace, brother.
Moving on. That means that we're down to only a few people here. I'm going to go and see that we have all 4 of the gentlemen that are moving on to the semifinals here. But I'll give Dilip the opportunity if his microphone's working right now. I kind of see, I don't know if he is staying really still or if his computer is logged out on him there.
I think he's just staying really still.
Got the statue down. Well, that being said, we're going to come back to him in a second because your audio's, unless you're putting an effect on and screwing with us, that cannot go on like that. So we'll put you on mute for a second, and I'm going to ask these 4 semifinalists if they have any questions. I'm going to start with Villain, who had the only split decision, a 2-1 decision. Do you have any question for any one of our judges?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Ladies
Thank
and gentlemen. He's going to be in this battle against Zeka, so you don't have to worry about any more questions from him. He's happy with the result. Moving on, I'm going to go to Zeka then. Zeka, do you have any questions directed to any one of our esteemed judges?
I mean, I've been thinking, but I really don't. Just want to say thank you for your kind words. Thank you, everyone, for the support. And yeah, big up to
You killed it, man.
all of you.
Right on. Zeka versus Villain will be going down. I'll talk about that in 1 second before we end this. Moving on. B-Art, do you have any questions for a judging panel at all directed to one of them that you'd like to ask?
Yeah, just a short question. Like for this battle, it
it seems to me like if I was a judge, it would be very hard to judge counters in this battle because you have 24 hours. Like, how do you guys look into counters? Because are they less worthy because you have 24 hours to respond, or do you look at them the same way as a normal battle where you have to directly counter? So that's my question.
Because Tommy logged out, I'm going to get Tom on that one if you'd be so kind, sir.
Yeah, personally, man, I watched everything in sequence, so it didn't matter at what point that I watched the battles, regardless of when they were finally judged or finally announced. I watched everything back to back. So the way that I watched it, it really was like an actual battle, and it felt like when I watched the Rhythmine and D-Lo battle, it felt like I was like watching it back to back. So it did feel like a battle. So, I mean, it is a weird concept that like I did my homework. I watched it a couple of weeks ago and I went, cool. I'm not going to stay on Instagram at all. And I'm just going to hide. Yeah, I didn't watch anything. So it was really like watching one round after the other for me personally, because I took that choice. And I think a lot of other people did as well.
Very well said. So he thinks that it just is live and direct as a counter. So there we go. I'm going to keep it to one judge's answer because I know we've been on here for a good long while and people have stuff to do and lives to live. But that being said, that'll bring us to our final competitor here. A question. D-Lo, you've had some good questions before. I'm not sure if you have any, but do you have any questions you want to pose to the judges about your battle specifically or anything in general about the battle so far?
Yeah, just a quick one. Which round of mine scored higher?
We can go to each judge on that one because that's a pretty direct question.
That's a good question.
So let's go with Alex Zeno because he had his scorecard up, I do believe. So Alex, out of D-Lo's first or second round, which one did you score higher?
You have the exact same amount of points. But I preferred the first personally. Like your first round was a demonstration of mastery and how confident you are and how complete you are. And I think that was my favorite if I talk about my personal perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, for me it was round 2, but you guys both got like really good scores for the like showmanship stuff.
Okay.
So I think if it wasn't for your counter, it could have been the same score. But your counter to that like really just made it like holy crap.
Okay.
And Tommy?
Yeah, for me the counter was like really solid. To be honest, I don't have my scorecard in front of me, but from what I'm remembering,
I can help you out there, mate, if you like.
No, thank you. It's okay, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. No, I mean, like, the thing that I remember was how good your counter was. So without the scorecard in front of me, that was the thing that is sticking out in my head right now, that your creativity with how you counter that round and your battling style, because of that, I already know what your skill level is. So that's not something I need to score via memory. Your rounds, like your creativity in countering what Rhythmine did was the best thing for me. Your second round.
Okay, cheers,
right.
man. Appreciate that. Just before I get gone, I just have one more question as well. It's for Bart. Be careful with your hat.
A primera la frente, primo.
No, I'm really happy to battle Bart. We battled so many times and he's such a don, so I'm excited just to have a jam. Music. I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't take your hat. And I am sorry for the last time.
No, you're not. Bring that heat. I was gonna bring this up and allow you guys to WWF it up for a second.
No, I'll leave it to Villain for that. He can bring all the heat.
I'll ask you guys in 2 seconds. We're gonna get to that to finish off the stream. But real quick, Dillip, because of his internet, is related to Tom's right now. I keep on throwing Tom under the bus, but he says that he can't connect because he watched this whole live stream with everybody's face frozen. So he's been a trooper coming through with everybody's face frozen throughout this whole thing, and he just wants to say, he just messaged me here, said he wants to say thank you for the great event, and he would like to say that it was a great learning experience and a great pleasure to go and battle one of his favorite battlers of Zeka, favorite beatboxers of Zeka. So he was very excited to do that. He says, Ish. And for one more time, thank you very much for the opportunity. So big ups to Dillip. Keep on doing your thing, man. You've been crushing it out there. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for checking on out. We're going to bring up one last point right here. We have talked to everybody, and now we're left down to 4. We had top 8, now we down to top 4, baby. We got ourselves a big battle coming up because I'm looking forward to it. We have Zeka versus Villain. We have D-Lo versus BR. These battles are going to be super, super fire. I want to give this opportunity right now. WWF it up. WWE, rather. I don't want to go and offend Maddox. He messaged me last time about this. Let's go and have this question here. Zeka, or let's go and start because Villain was doing it up big. Villain, is there anything you want to say to Zeka before y'all battle? Anything at all? Go ahead.
Hey, yo.
What's that,
I love your shit, man. I want to say, it's not shit. I love your stuff because it's very, very good. It's not shit. It's incredible. Shout out to Duds. I know he left. I hope he watches this back or someone can tell him. Battling Duds was incredible. And I just wanted to say that was like a great experience. And now I'm just super happy to battle Zeka. Like, we kind of texted each other last week, just saying some things, you know, behind the scenes, you know. He's going to let me win. I'm just kidding. He's not going to. No,
I already got my vote.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm really excited, man, because, like, Zeka is one of those guys who has inspired me in the last couple years, and like just his vibes are gonna be super sick, and I really want to see what we bring out of each other. Yeah.
All right. And Zeka, do you have any response? Positive, you know, whatever you want to
Basically, same here. I love like these dark styles are my favorite styles on beatboxing. It's not always what I do, but so battling this guy, as he said, we talk about it. Like, so exciting for us. I said in the first day, you asked me, and I said I would love to battle Billing, and he loved to battle me. So it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
All right, right there we got Villain versus Zeka semifinal coming up. These guys showing that mutual respect. And before we jump into the next battle, which already kind of started off with a little bit from D-Lo, we want to say goodnight to Tommy because it's getting pretty late over there in Australia. So Tom, Thumb, thank you very much for judging, brother. And have yourself a good sleep. Say what up to Greg for us down there.
My girl. Peace, guys.
Peace, brother.
Have a good
Peace
night.
out.
Peace, my.
Thanks for sticking around for so long, mate.
Yeah, we will see Tom again. He'll be judging these next semifinals as well as the finals. So Tommy T heading on out there. But now we come over to the other battle. Let's see. We had a little bit of talk just beforehand. The next battle will be B-Art versus D-Lo. And I'm going to go and give the floor to B-Art first. Is there anything you want to say to D-Lo before you all battle or what?
Oh man, I'm excited. It's gonna be an original battle. I really loved your first round in your battle, and that was sick. That was really sick. I love the originality, and so I hope this will be a very original battle. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, D-Lo, any response? Anything you want to go and see that you haven't already said? He already has a ball cap on, but is there anything else you want to mention?
Yeah, I'm happy that I can't do a little, which is good news. But yeah, no, I really love your stuff. The strobe light line with the drop. Yeah, man, like that was like a strobe light in the drop. So I connected with that one. That was lit. Anyway, sick stuff, man. I really look forward to our battle. It's gonna be really cool. Yeah, it's some set piece plans. You guys in the world are gonna hear 4 bangers from me and Bart for sure. Jeez, it'll be sick.
All right, right there, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Thank you for tuning into this live stream. The semifinalists are once again Villain versus Zeka. Zeka chose Villain to go first. Wow. And now we also have D-Lo versus B-Art. B-Art was chosen to go first by D-Lo as well. Wow. I cannot wait for these battles because we're going to have 8 super duper fire rounds from these gentlemen, and I cannot wait to go and see what they bring to the table. Before we jump off out of this, I wanted to go and give one more opportunity to say thank you for everybody for tuning in. Thank you to all the competitors. Thank you to everybody behind the scenes on SBX. But before we jump out of this, I got to bring it back to the big homie Paponi. He's got one more announcement before we jump out of here. So Paponi, please make an announcement if you be so kind, my friend. And I know what you're going to say, but people need to hear it again because a lot of big things are being given away. So Paponi, floor's to you, my friend.
Before we come to that, I just wanted to ask really quick, should I beatbox now very fast?
Let's go.
That depends. Did you get to 100? Did you get to 100?
We wanted 100 members, but we got 22. And I feel like for these people that were hoping so much for it to happen, I want to just give you like a 10 seconds beat.
Woo! Just bring the mic a bit closer to your mouth, mate.
I want to beatbox, all right? So I'll do it really quick, nothing special because I'm really not good at it. Forgive me, guys. Don't laugh at me for this, but like I said, I would do it. So
ladies and gentlemen,
next time in the next stream, please, let's try hit this 100 members, and I will try do it again. But I did this. I did this for Napalm yesterday, I think, and he said, "Hey, man, that's actually good." I think he was joking, but check it out.
Wow.
Yeah, boy.
All right, and the giveaway. You know, Kickback, there's a lot of videos coming out, so always try to be positive, try to be kind. We're doing this event basically to support artists. We really want to have beatboxers to be successful with what they're doing. We try to really put them into the limelight. We want everybody to be happy. So let us know what you think about this contest so far. Show us some love, compliment the artists, give constructive feedback. This is what we need. Use the hashtag SBX Kickback Giveaway every time you're trying to do this so we can go in and see what you're doing and what you're writing. Obviously, we're going to give away an Oculus Quest 2 and a PlayStation 5. So we're going to announce the winner on the 29th. The rules should be clear by right now. You have to be in that live stream on the 29th of March in order to claim your prize. One more time, I want to say thank you to all the participants. It means a lot to us. We really want to do more things like this in the future. We plan on a lot of beautiful things. I want to say thank you so much for the opportunity. It means a lot. And thank you, Scott. Thank you so much for hosting. Thank you to the sponsors, DPA, Richings Media, Voloco, Roland and Boss. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you so much for believing in us. It feels good. It really feels good. I have high hopes that in this year we're going to do some beautiful things. I look forward for everything that is going to happen. So to everyone that was in this call and in the stream today, I wish you simply the best in the name of Swissbeatbox. Much love to every single one of you out there. Enjoy life. Be happy. This is what matters the most. So we hope we can bring some happiness to you every single day.
Yeah.
10-4, buddy.
Right there, you heard it from the big homie Paponi right there, and a little bit of a beatbox, killing it. Let's go. Once again,
forgive me for my beats, eh?
Dude,
remember, you bring that heat.
They're dope.
Bring that heat. That's it. That was the quarterfinal live stream right here. I'm excited once again. If you guys missed a little bit of it and you just tuned in right now, we went through the live stream figuring out who would be in these semifinals. So it is once again going to be Zeka versus Villain. Villain will be up first, and D-Lo versus B-Art. B-Art will be going up first. First and foremostly, I want to go and say thank you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for checking out Swissbeatbox. Big respects to everybody out there around the world that's keeping these beats going during these times. So I need you guys to go and just crush it, man. I need you guys to go and keep on beatboxing, sharpening your swords, and getting that skill level up. Aside from that, I want to say thank you to our judges who made very, very hard decisions. Big up to Napalm, Alexinho, and Tom Thumb. Thank you, boys.
Thank you.
You guys have some tough decisions coming up sooner than later.
I also want to say a massive big ups to Scott Jackson.
Let's go.
The best host in the world.
Jeez.
There's no debate.
Thank you.
You're a
We're
legend,
trying
mate. You're a machine. Thank you so much for hosting all these live streams and keeping it rolling like this, and for your awesome sound bites in the battles. And just for my part, I want to say thanks to all the participants and the judges for being so patient with this process. It's been a long thing, I know. We're all stuck in difficult situations, but you guys have been absolute champions, hanging in there, dealing with my impatience and all of these interesting processes. So cheers. Thank you so much for that. It really means a lot. I'm loving it.
And that's Sinjo as well. I wanted to go and give a big shout out to Sinjo because he's been dealing with so much on his plate to bring us the highest quality battles possible sound wise, and dealing with a lot of behind the scenes stuff as well. So big ups to you, Sinjo. Obviously big ups to Paponu. We just said that already, but the man behind Swissbeatbox pushing this stuff forward and keeping it going. Thank you very much, brother. I'm excited to go and see who wins this giveaway. So make sure that you keep on putting in the giveaway in these chats, and you have possibility with some great prizes, so make sure that you keep that up as well, which we'll be announcing on the 29th. And big ups to everybody on the team of Swissbeatbox. Thank you so much, because you guys are the people that make this all possible. Thank you to all of our performers and participants right now. Big ups to Dillip, big ups to Dudes, big ups to Rhythmind and Elise. Y'all came crazy for the top 8. Such a high level to get there, so congratulations on getting all the way to the top 8. And to our semi-finalists, moving on to the next part, I want to give a big shout-outs to Zeka, big shout-outs to D-Lo, big shout-outs to VR, big shout-outs to Villain for making the top 4 right here live and direct.
Yeah, man.
Box SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Aside from that, yo.
Peace out, everyone.
Have a good night.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you guys check out all the new videos that come out on Swissbeatbox. Check out everybody's Instagram, YouTube pages. More stuff's coming on. And thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, stay healthy, all that good stuff. Scott Jackson signing out. Ish. With that, and that's time.